Most knowledge is very temporary, and you probably shouldn't try and keep up with it. And when you say worrying, you're sort of implying that it's the news that's kind of concerning you. Well, look, the human brain is not designed to process all of the world's breaking emergencies in real time. When you were evolving, with your ancestors who are your great grandparents and so on, they lived in small villages and they never heard of the news outside of their village, unless it was like a war was going on and there was an enemy force approaching their doorstep. They tended not to hear about it. You're just not meant to process the grievances and the unfortunate atrocities, especially these days when they're filtered through news media that's designed to scare you because that's their business model. um, Reading the news will drive you insane. The problem is not that you can't keep up. The problem is that you're trying to feel and exert control over the things that are not in your immediate vicinity. And so now people will say like, "Oh, does this mean you're just saying we should check out of life and have no responsibility?" Actually, yes, I am. I am saying that. And I have to say it that way because I think otherwise you will get sucked back into the news. The only news that should really matter to you is the local news and news that is relevant to exact decisions that you're going to make, which is going to significantly alter the quality of your life. And a rational person can, I think, achieve peace or help or get closer to peace by cultivating an indifference to things that are out of their control. And there are people out there who are news junkies and they tend to be on Twitter a lot, for example, and they're going to force you into the news and they're going to make you feel guilty and bad about not listening to the news. These people are crack addicts, even worse, they often end up mentally deranged. Just because they're addicted to the news and they're going to shame you and assault you if you don't listen to the news doesn't mean you should listen to the news. And look, sometimes I fall down the news rabbit hole too, but I view it as the same way as falling down kind of a drug addiction or doing things that I know is supposed to be bad, but yet I'm indulging in a guilty pleasure that I'll have to pay for later. Um, the anxiety from external sources just means that your aperture is spread far wider than you have the ability to control. So you need to narrow your aperture and focus it on the actual problems that are right in front of you, as opposed to the abstract problems that people are yelling in your ears using bullhorns from far away, trying to get you excited about all the things they're excited about. Those people are the problem. It's actually the people who are spreading and writing the news who are the problem, and you have to learn to cut them out of your life.
Turn it off.